Dear Nolan, from the very start, 2016 was the hardest year of our lives. By the 11th of January, we were unexpectedly hit with your cancer diagnosis. After 12 cycles of chemo, surgery to remove 2/3 of your liver, and another surgery to remove part of your lung, we finished the year thinking you were cancer-free. 2017 was finally going to be our year. But by January 10th, your tumor marker was climbing again, and shortly thereafter, hepatoblastoma tumors came out of hiding on a scan. From that point forward, everything changed. January once again set the mood for the year, but this time things were even more serious and somber than last year. The disposition of the doctors was different. There was an aura of sadness, a sense of hopelessness. Up until then, they had been confidently driving our treatment train. There was a protocol that was working, and we were just the passengers. Now we were suddenly relocated to a new track, and Dad and I were put in the driver's seat. There was no map, and the destination wasn't clear. At least not to me. No one was willing to definitively tell me Nolan is going to die. They just kept saying there wasn't anything more they could do. But surely someone else could, right? How could we just stop treating a sick 3-year-old and watch him die? Especially when you looked and acted so healthy, so happy. In the last week of your life, you were leaping off the side of the swimming pool and into your grandpa's arms. You were running up and down the stairs to the New York City subway, all the while flashing your $1 million smile and laughing your infectious giggle. You were so full of love and life. Giving up didn't make any sense. It was unfathomable, and I wouldn't accept it. There are survivors of hepatoblastoma, so why wouldn't you be the one to survive? If I was driving, we were going to blast full steam ahead. When the doctors stopped mapping out a track, I went to find one myself. I Googled, I read research reports. I faxed consents and paperwork across the country and back again. I was dominated by desperation and belief in the future. Your future. Each day I was filled with terror, waiting for the phone to ring or an email to show up. Would this person have the answer? Would this be the conversation that fixes it all? Because that's what this mom wanted to do for you. Fix it. That's what moms are supposed to do. That time period of hopeful searching felt like a lifetime, but it was only 12 days. And for each one of those nights, your dad and I became the bread to a Nolan sandwich in our bed. We've never been the parents that allowed you boys to sleep with us. But from the day treatment stopped, we couldn't bear to be apart from you. You would grab your Ellies in one hand, tuck them under your cheek, and wedge your tiny body against Dad's as close as you could get. Then I'd snuggle myself in on the other side, as close as you'd let me. It may have been against my nature, but I'm so thankful I didn't let go of you those 12 days. Because as it turned out, the hopelessness I dismissed back in January was real. It wasn't just your doctors who didn't have answers. No one had answers. There were no options. There was nothing to give you. There was nothing to try, and there still isn't, Nolan. I couldn't fix it. Your train was only ever headed down one track, that of a life cut far too short. As 2018 approaches, it's clear this won't be our year either. This January will be clouded with dreams of you back between us in bed. Wishes you were playing in the pool. Thoughts of hearing your laughter or touching your skin just one more time. Your brothers will probably still be talking about their last memory of you playing basketball in the street and asking why they can't do it again. But none of that will ever happen. They have to grow up without their youngest brother. We have to grow old with one less child. The proper order of life has been disrupted. The mood of every January, as well as every day, week, and year of our lives is forever altered. But Nolan, I'm going to promise you some things right. If I could have said a proper goodbye, I'd have climbed into that hospital bed, forcefully pushed all the wires and tubes out of my way, and whispered this in your ear. My sweet boy, I'm going to miss you every single day until I meet you in paradise. This is not fair, and it's not right. You don't deserve to die. But if this is the way it has to be, I'm going to do my best to live out my days just like you did. I saw you fight cancer with joy and bravery for 15 months. So I can keep my chin up too, and I will keep my hope riding forward. Hope that things can be different for others like you, for moms and dads like us, and for siblings like Spencer and Carson. Hope that cancer becomes just a temporary detour in everyone else's track. Not the end of it. Hope that we can create possibilities and find cures. Then I tell you how much I love you, my Nolan noodle, and that I will never, ever stop fighting for your legacy to count. I may not have been able to fix this in your earthly days, but I'm vowing to be a part of the solution now. Before you took your last breath, I'd squeeze your delicate hand and rest my cheek against your bald head. I'd say, Mama's here, little buddy. I'm right here. Send us some glimpses from heaven, will you? I will always be looking for them. Always. Love, Ma.